37th marathon. So here I am the day before the Chicago Marathon, my 37th marathon. And somebody asked me, Chad, why do you run so many marathons? And I think most people know that I'm an active runner. And I talk about it on social media, I talk about it in my talks. But I don't know if I've ever given an answer of why I run so many marathons. And I was laying in bed last night thinking, why do I run so many marathons? And I realized it. Maybe I knew it unconsciously, or subconsciously, but I realized why I ran so many marathons yesterday. You know, my biggest challenge growing up, wasn't that I didn't keep my commitments to other people. I think that it's easier to keep commitments to other people than it is to yourself. And so people would ask me to do something or be part of something, and I felt obligated, like I didn't want to let them down, so I would do it. And you know, I would put myself out there, even though I was, you know, kind of a broken person, I would put myself out there. But I never kept the commitments to myself. And when I finally ran that first marathon, New York City Marathon 6 years ago, while I certainly did not do it for the right reasons, and I certainly did not do the training, I did show up. I was like, man, this is what it feels like to show up for yourself. And then I ran another one, and another one, and another one. And every time I run one, it's because it solidifies that I can keep the commitments to myself. Because, you know, unlike if I make a commitment to my daughters and I don't keep it, I'm going to hear about it. I hear about the commitments I don't make to other people. They say, hey, you said you were going to do this and you didn't do this. Or, you know, you said you were going to show up and you didn't show up. So that puts some pressure on you to keep your commitments. But when you don't keep the commitments to yourself, there's nobody to call you out on it. And so the commitment to run the marathon isn't just about the running of the marathon. This Sunday, I'm going to run the Chicago Marathon. It's about the commitments I made over the last 4 months of training at 4 o'clock in the morning and getting up and running. And so for me, the reasons I run the marathon is because it makes me feel like I'm keeping the commitments to myself. And when I don't get up and run, or I don't do it, I feel now like I'm letting myself down, just like I let other people down when I don't keep commitments to them. And so whatever it is, whether it's marathons, whether it's work, whether it's, you know, health, whether it's money, whatever it is, I think the biggest driver that we can use is finding a way to keep commitments to yourself. I keep showing up for myself, and that allows me to show up better for everybody else. That's why I run marathons.